Hello and welcome to Format a Document, which is part of the Tacoma Community College Library's How Do I Technology series. In this one, I'll cover a few important skills for formatting a document in Microsoft Word, which will ultimately help you properly format an academic paper. I'll show you how to set up the title section of your paper, to set page margins, and to save your Word document to a place where you'll easily find it in the future. I'll focus here on the MLA style guide rules for formatting a document because APA requires you to set up a completely separate title page, which you can learn how to do in my Formatting an APA style title page video. The MLA style guide does not require a separate title page, but they are fairly specific about how to set up the title section of your page. At the top left corner, you put your first name and your last name, and then hit enter to go to the next line. On that line you put your professor's name. On the next line you put your course title. On the next line you put the date with the day, the month, and then the year. And then finally on the next line you put your title. Because this is the title, this line should appear in the center of the page. To change the alignment of text, highlight the text that you want to align, and then go up to these icons in the paragraph section at the top of your screen. The icon to the left aligns text to the left, so anything you type will automatically appear on the left side of the screen. The icon in the middle aligns text to the center. The icon to the right aligns text to the right. As I mentioned, we want our title to be center aligned. Our next step is setting page margins. Both MLA and APA require that academic papers have 1-inch margins on all sides. To do this, we'll go to the Layout tab at the top of the screen. You'll notice that currently the Home tab is highlighted. This is where you will do the majority of your formatting, so it's important to make your way back to the Home tab when you've finished in any of the other tabs. You'll see that when I click on Layout, all of the options down here change. Once we're in the Layout tab, we see that there's an icon on the left-hand side that says Margins. Click that for a drop-down menu. The default in Word is usually normal, which as you can see here shows that all the margins are already set at 1 inch, top, bottom, left, and right. That's exactly what we want for a proper MLA or APA style paper, but I always go here anyway to make sure that I'm at 1-inch margins every time I write a paper, just in case something has changed. You can see that if I set the margins to 1/2 inch, it's noticeably different. And even if you can't notice that difference right away, it's likely that your instructor will. So I think it's important that you always just go to margins and make sure that you're set at 1 inch before submitting your paper. Our final step, and the step that you'll want to take anytime you make a change to your Word document, is to save it. The easiest way to do that is to go up to this top left corner and to click on the Quick Save icon, which looks like an old school floppy disk. But there are two other ways to save your document which can sometimes get confusing. If you go to the File tab, you'll see here on the left-hand side Save and Save As. A lot of people get confused about the difference between these two. Save is essentially the same thing as clicking the Quick Save icon. It just saves your document in whatever state it's in. Save As always allows you to either rename your document or to save it in a different location. Now, because I haven't saved this document anywhere yet, clicking Save will bring up this menu. I choose to save it in my desktop because it's easy to find later on. So when I click on Desktop, this save box comes up. Now it's usually automatically set to want to save in the C drive. Because that's really hard to access later on, I go up to Desktop, click on it, and then I can name my document. Oftentimes instructors want you to name it using something like your last name followed by the title of your document. So I'll save it to my desktop and I'm good to go. Now, anytime I click the quick save icon from here on out, it just automatically saves. It doesn't make me rename it or do anything like that. But if I do want to rename my document or save it somewhere else, I'll go to Save As, and it'll bring this menu up again. That covers Format a Document. Again, view our other How Do I Technology series videos to finish the process of formatting an academic paper and to gain other important technology related skills that you will use at TCC. As always, if you ever get stuck, just come by the TCC Library's reference desk. Our reference specialist is there to help you with all of your technology related needs. Thanks for viewing and have a great day.